In today's short little video, I'm going to just take a look at metals. They're still doing more or less what I expected. So first off, I've been pretty adamant that at some point the cartel would be defeated, and then we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. And that's what happened right here. This reversal was the attempt to prevent the breakout above 2100. And then the cartel tried multiple times, 3 times here, a couple times here, to drive gold back below 2,000 when they couldn't do it. And then gold recovered and we got the breakout. That was the death of the cartel. So, I'm going to say it again. We don't have to worry about the cartel anymore. They are not going to be able to keep gold suppressed from here on out. We will have normal corrections, which we should have been having for the last 13 or 14 years, but this is where the cartel died. So we don't need to worry about the metals being suppressed by the banking cartel anymore. But after strong trending moves, you'll either get some kind of corrective move or you'll get some kind of consolidation, and the chart here of gold is a perfect illustration of that. So we had our breakout move, very powerful, up day after up day after up day, and then the market gets really overbought, and you need a period of consolidation before the next leg up can begin, and that's what transpired right here. And then once that consolidation was finished, the overbought condition was rectified, then we had another strong leg up, and then we had that big reversal day on high volume on April 12th. And at the time I said that we would either need a correction or we're going to need a period of sideways churning, and so far anyway this is playing out as a sideways churn. Now maybe we form a little a bear flag right here, and then we come back down and break this pivot, and we get a retest of this breakout. That would be the ideal scenario. But we could also just churn sideways, maybe in some kind of a triangle pattern for another month or two, and then get another leg up. But either way, this is playing out pretty much as I expected. One of the two scenarios I expected. That this was a very strong trending move, and now it's just time for either some consolidation or some give back before metals can be set up for another big push higher, which I think they will. But we just need a little time for this to digest, and either price to come back down and close some of this large gap between price and the 200-day moving average, or give this moving average some time to catch up to price. So I don't think gold is going to break out above this resistance at 2450. Probably not, at least for another month, maybe a couple months. Now, if we're going to form a triangle, we could come back up, test this again, then come back down, and you could end up with something that maybe I would like to see this come down just a little further. If it's going to form a triangle, I'd like to see this turn out to be a little bear flag, and then come back down and get a little bit closer to this pivot before we make another run up to this resistance zone. But if this is going to form as a triangle, then we're going to need, I'm going to say another month, maybe 2 months, before this is going to be ready to break out and give us another run higher, because you just got to give this 200-day moving average some time to catch up to price. And now silver and gold both made a higher high, whereas gold did make a marginal higher high. And the miners and silver both made higher highs, but you can see here on the HUI, the miners hit this resistance zone at this downtrend line, and they backed off. They've also if I draw a trend line here, you can see they've also, this is kind of a false breakout, a bull trap. And so again, I think we're going to have to either go sideways, give this 200-day moving average some time to catch up to price. Maybe, maybe we have 2 or 3 tests of this trend line before we can break through and go higher. Or maybe the mining stocks just come back down, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they test this pivot here, or they fill this gap, and then we go back up and break this trend line. Either way, I'm pretty confident that this is going to break, and it's going to do it this year. And I think we could definitely get up to this pivot, and maybe we could even get up to this pivot by the end of the year. But you could see that's going to really stretch price above this 200-day moving average. So this moving average needs to turn up, and it needs to start to accelerate higher a little bit for us to get to here by the end of the year. But we have a lot of months left, so I think that's possible. But I think right now we're just going to be in a period of consolidation or a period of correction in the metals sector. So for now, gold especially, and more and more it looks like silver and miners are probably also going to join this party, is we're in a period of consolidation or correction. I don't know which is going to play out. Maybe, like I said, maybe we could form a little bear flag and then get a little bit lower but not break this pivot. If that's what happens and then we start back up, then I would say this is a triangle forming, and it's going to take probably a couple of months to complete. Or if this bear flag breaks down and breaks below this pivot, then we would have a failed and left translated daily cycle, and then we would be in a situation where we're going to correct and probably come back down to test this breakout. So this pivot here is really important over the next week or 2 weeks. If this pivot breaks in the next week or two, then it's going to be the correction scenario and probably a retest of the breakout down here at between 2150 and 2090. If this holds, this pivot holds, and price starts to go back up, then I think it's the triangle consolidation scenario, and we probably got a couple of months of that frustration going sideways before we're ready for the next big leg up.